Welcome back to Beyond the Summit Studio, where shit goes wrong all the time.
Except for today.
Nothing went wrong today. Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah. Long day though. We have MLG afters.
Yeah, and MLG is where stuff likes to go wrong, especially out
The power goes off.
It's something about MLG. I just wish the power would only go off during BTS stuff, just because it's like MLG. Every time it happens, like I get a call on my phone. I'm like, God.
I have to say though, every time that I've casted here, power has not gone out.
Okay. All right. And Lumi's what's needed.
There
Should we
you go.
cast MLG today?
No.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, Ben. And I did not. My
Well,
schedules.
this is WePlay Dota 2 action. We're in the draft of our first match of today. 2 matches today, and very important matches. We'll actually take a quick look at the group stage. I know you guys probably want to see these series, just to show how important these 2 matches are. EG have a match against Empire, then a match against 4FC, and these results pretty much determine whether or not EG advances in second place or 4FC advance in second place.
Yeah, to Empire, they don't really care.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they were showing up late. They wouldn't have even cared if they got disqualified for being late.
yeah, it's like it's all good.
Radiant team pick.
Well, we're looking at the groups here. We do see that 4FC 3-3, EG 2-2. So essentially, EG need to catch up to 4FC, which means in theory they just need to get 1 win. Except if they're going to be playing 4FC later. So if 4FC beat EG, 4FC are through. If there's a 1-1 draw, 4FC are through unless EG get a game off Empire. In which case, there could be a tie for second. We may have tiebreaker matches.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you won't
So-
have the next 2 days off if
10
there's
seconds
tiebreaker matches.
remaining.
Maybe in the assumption that EG gets too old by Team Empire,
5 seconds
they have to too old
remaining.
for FC to
Yes.
move on.
Yep.
So
So that's pretty much sums up what this match
Reserve
means.
time.
Well, what this match here means, EG versus Empire. It's kind of EG's first real test, I feel, against
Yes.
a top tier team.
yes.
I say that they've had a test against Dignitas, who was a
And they did
decent
not
team.
pass the test.
Yeah. So, well, they're in some trouble here. Maybe.
They definitely are in some trouble. But they are going to be drafting a ton of heroes that they're really
Radiant
good at.
team
Yeah.
Universe Starks here. We're going to have Fogs, Jakiro. So that's 2 really good plays to start out the draft. And meanwhile, Team Empire going to be picking up Visage and Rubik. So a ton of supports being invested in the early game and no cores in sight.
Fear has done his homework. He's banned out the
ban.
Chen.
10 seconds
Something that
remaining.
every single game Empire's played, they first pick Chen in the first
Second
2 picks.
stage. A second pick in the first stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only game they didn't was when it was picked up by the other team, in which case Empire said, okay, we'll take Enchantress. So
Reserve
they
time.
don't want to go Enchantress without a Chen on EG side, and they decide, okay, we won't get Chen, we'll just take a Visage
team
Rubik as
ban.
our 2 supports.
Okay, they also have done the homework in banning out
Radiant team
Max
ban.
Yeah.
Clockwork, who been absolutely sensational lately.
Yep.
His laning stage not really strong, but the mid game team fight is absolutely insane. So they
Faith
do
restored
take
in
it out.
EG? Do they have a... Do you think this... I mean, this is the
Faith
right way to
restored in
draft.
fear. I mean,
Yeah, as a
EG as
drafter,
a whole is not a...
I mean, we talked about this. What happens if EG don't advance from this group, and let's say
5
4FC and
seconds
Empire
remaining.
advance, NA Dota's in trouble.
And it
That's-
is already in trouble.
Dignitas and EG not advancing. It's
So-
it's still like...
Reserve time.
I mean, just...
Softer than Grants. Something.
I don't know. Are we talking about what is NA Dota is?
NA Dota.
Wow.
Is it not?
I don't know. I think it's in
Dire
NA
team
Dota's in a
ban.
transition phase. They were really strong leading up to TI when you had your Dignitas, Liquid, EG less so, but they obviously played fairly well in the qualifier. although-
Okay, and the other region are not transitioning? Euro's transitioning. I don't see them
10 seconds
flopping
remaining.
around.
Have you seen VP lately?
I've seen Empire lately.
5
Yeah.
seconds
Empire's not
remaining.
transitioning. They've had this roster for a while now.
Okay. Kai
Look-
P
Reserve time.
lately.
All right.
All right.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay, Elder Time's banned out.
We don't get to see the MSS solo mid Elder Time, which we saw the other day for the first time, and doing not the build we see from the Chinese players.
And a
skipping
very
the Echo
interesting
Totem.
skill build, yeah.
I like that. But EG have their work cut out for them here. But I like how they've gone for this more stable, safe draft, and I definitely look towards them maybe picking up something just like a standard safe lane Weaver, pretty standard mid hero, so maybe your Dragon Knight or whatever it may be, and just looking to just take it to Empire in game 1 with no real holes in their lineup. Strong team fight, strong early game, strong lanes. Empire will just have to sort of outplay EG if you want to beat that kind of a draft.
Yeah, also I want to see a MSS versus Scandal matchup. I mean, maybe like a Queen of Pain versus Quap, or Queen of Pain versus Puck. I mean, I haven't seen MSS play a more traditional solo mid hero. Haven't seen the Pucks, haven't seen the Quap. He's been playing things like Dragon Knight. We saw Elder Titan one game, so we'll see exactly what he's truly capable of. Because you could tell a lot about a solo mid player depending on how well they do on Quap and Puck, and the more traditional roamer, ganker,
Yeah.
initiator kind of hero.
DK's role is pretty set in stone. It's like a hero in some ways that's hard to mess up, I would say.
Right.
Just it's not really. There's no skill shots to use one way of putting it. But Empire are going to grab themselves a Nature's Prophet. Looks like this will be the hero for Mag now that his Clockwork's not being picked up. I don't think I've seen his Nature's Prophet in some time, but Mag is a fantastic offhand. I mean, you sort of talked about this is the guy who's always been on that second string of European team and has always been the star player, and here he is now on a somewhat tier 1 European.
And he's
team.
carrying his team. Sometimes when his team needs him to step up, he does. Now, the one thing that Team Empire likes to do quite a bit is to actually go offensive tri-lane and allow Mag to have that 1v1 matchup on the side lane. So Nature's Prophet can be allowed to put in that role, but I think more recently we see Nature's Prophet being played as the denier, summoning treants, sending into the jungle, blocking multiple camps, and that's going to be especially devastating to evil geniuses who, by picking up Fog as well as Universe, has adopted some of the old Dignitas playstyle, which is getting greedier supports like Clockworks and things of that nature. So perhaps Team Empire could punish EG by blocking camps and prevent them by playing a little bit greedy. We'll see.
Well, EG, do you see them going just super standard with like a Weaver type draft here, or what kind of picks do you see them going for?
I like JL's Weaver at the time that he played it a couple games ago, I think against 4FC, in that kind of easy route that they had. So I'm looking forward to that. They do have a pretty good AoE decent opening, and Weaver doesn't fit into that as well. So maybe that's kind of deterring that. I wonder if what are some good decent
Weaver
AoE
can be the
carry?
cleanup. Like you get
Sure,
them,
I guess so.
I think he doesn't contribute to the AoE, but it's more like
there you go.
he actually finishes off the heroes, and he's pretty good against Nature's Prophet if he's trying to split push to just push Nature's Prophet back. Can even 1v1 the Nature's Prophet. Maybe EG want to go offensive tri-lane, although that kind of messes up their lanes a bit. You're looking towards Weaver maybe in the offensive tri-lane, or a hero that can also even go to the mid lane.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was thinking something maybe like a Lifestealer pickup, which, by the way, I think Empire is going to be looking to pick up that Lifestealer for themselves if EG don't pick it up or ban it. OD is going to be the mid hero, so MSS, again, another kind of semi-non-traditional mid hero, but he's going to have the huge matchup advantage against Puck. Scandal either dodges lane or he's done. I don't see them doing anything against an OD.
Yeah, he's going to get heavily out-farmed in the mid lane. I think EG is smart. They maybe weren't immediately thinking, let's go OD mid as their fourth pick, and they see the Puck, they're like, great, this is a favorable matchup. This is exactly what we want with this draft.
Another AoE hero that's going to allow you to kind of combo your Vacuum, Ice Path, and things of that nature. Shadow Demon's going to get the man out here. Also doing the homework. I just love these two teams doing so much homework on each other. We saw actually it was Dignitas that used that combo. Yeah. It was the SD OD combo of the Disruption Astro. It was so annoying
Can't
to deal
actually
with.
kill anyone.
Yeah. And maybe they were afraid that EG was going to pick that up.
Yeah, because against, like, let's say a Puck Blink Silence Initiation, unless he silences both OD and Shadow Demon, they can save whoever's being focused.
Yes.
One of them can. Because chances are you're not going to catch... Because OD's more in the front line, Shadow Demon's further back, so he's very unlikely he gets a silence off on both.
And there you go on the Lifestealer ban out. So
Yes.
Team Empire looking for a final carry. It needs to be fairly tanky. It needs to be fairly damaging, pretty heavy damage dealing, at least in the early game. Because Nature's Prophet doesn't give you much in the early game. Puck doesn't give you much in the late game. So you want a carry that's kind of all around decent, and could
Yeah. I feel like one of the more... Spectre's still there. I think is actually a decent early game carry if you go the phase drums build, which seems to be the more popular way to play Spectre lately. Not really going to offer a whole lot of damage up on the tri-lane, which may be a concern for Team Empire. But otherwise, you look towards your traditional hard carries, your Anti-Mage, your Faceless Void, your Phantom Lancer. And they're going to go Anti-Mage.
Okay.
I think they were just really limited for options here, and they realized they're probably not going to be able to out-team fight EG, but they can definitely out-split push them, which
definitely.
is Nature's Prophet, Anti-Mage as well, one of the best split pushes in the game, and well, until there's hexes up on the OD and maybe the Dark Tier, it's going to be hard to actually lock down this Anti-Mage.
There's a very interesting dichotomy between OD versus Anti-Mage. You may think that one hero counter the other, and I feel like they're both effectively good against each other.
Yeah.
Obviously, Anti-Mage burning OD's huge mana pool allows you to get an insane mana void. And, not only are you killing the OD, you're probably killing one or two heroes next to him as well. At the same time, the pure Arcane Orb damage ignores Anti-Mage Spell Shield as well as its high base armor. So you could actually burst him down very quickly. Manta Style not exactly a good answer either, because Arcane Orb does one-shot those Manta illusions. So
once you get to the Abyssal Blade point, you can blink Manta,
Sure.
Abyssal. And
But at the same time, once MSS gets his Hex,
Yeah.
anti-mage just dies.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very
agree.
interesting matchup.
I don't think it's like you can say either hero counters the other. It's definitely like you say, they're both good against one another. The last big Bane, EG needing another support, and this is the kind of lockdown you kind of need against maybe an anti-mage split push, especially early on. Having the Fiend script to kill him off maybe can be situationally useful against heroes like Nature's Prophet and Puck as well, who are kind of hard to kill. Shadowblade on the Nature's Prophet, Puck always elusive with Blink and Phase Shift, and they're very lacking as far as disables go right now, just with the Ice Path and Vacuum, and neither of those really proper stuns or lockdown.
Yeah, Bane in a sense is a fairly good support against Puck, simply for the fact that if you ever get a Nightmare onto the Puck, he's dead. There's not many other supports where if you even land a stun, first of all, it's difficult to land a stun. Like, for example, if you're trying to stun a Puck with your Lina Light Strike Array or Eventual Spirit Magic Missile, you're not going to get the stun off. And secondly, a lot of supports, even if you do get the stun off, like a Telekinesis Lift from a Rubik, Puck survives through that. Whereas Bane is one of those heroes that the Nightmare setup is so good in such a long duration that allows you to coordinate everything else. And more importantly, it allows you to blow your Fiend script onto that Puck. So I feel like it's as a Puck player, it's very annoying to play against Bane. Even though you could kill the Bane fairly easily. If the Bane is out of position, you blink silence him and he's dead. At the same time, if you're out of position, you could get killed as well. I like this last pick from Pierre.
Yeah, and Bane also relatively durable as far as supports go. His
Yeah.
strength gain is pretty nice, so once he gets those levels, he's sort of a lot less killable by the Puck. But there's a lot of burst damage coming up from Empire. You look towards the mid game with Puck initiating, following up by a Visage, Soul Assumptions, and even Anti-Mage can cause some problems for heroes like the Bane, like the Jakiro. So this will be interesting, and a lot will come down to how the lanes actually work out. And EG, I imagine they don't want to go offensive trailing with this. I think looking to contest the Anti-Mage farm is just a bit too risky.
Not against a Visage and Rubik. It's somewhat difficult. I mean, these two supports aren't too powerful in terms of the laning stage, but they definitely have enough burst damage to kind of deter any type of offensive lanes.
Yeah.
And their offensive lane isn't particularly too strong with things like Bane, Weaver, and Jakiro. But should they want to choose to do so, they do have 3 range support, or 3 range hero on that lane. So in theory, they can go for it.
All right, well, a bit of pause coming out. Empire just finishing a long game at Star Ladder, which they won against Fnatic.
Had Invoker in that game.
Yeah, Invoker, one of the kind of
Didn't win that
forgotten
game.
relics of the past. which
Invoker's so good.
he's still good.
He's still good. I thought he was remember way back in the days before Ice Rock gave him the 2 stat buff?
on each
Wha-
skill.
Yeah. I thought he was playable then. I still think he's playable
Yeah,
now.
the problem is he was playable back then, but now his skills have obviously like.
I think he's
Tornado-
playable in a team like this, where EG has, where you have things like Vacuum, Jakiro,
instead of the OD.
OD. Now, obviously, OD beats Puck. I'm not denying the fact that OD beats Puck really badly. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that Invoker beats Puck badly in the same regard. I'm just saying, if you want an AOE machine that can help you push early game, decent laning, fits into this lineup.
I think Invoker's laning has been just nerfed so heavily. That's one of the things which got nerfed.
I agree.
Really hardcore
The-
with his base damage and just
Like
not getting stats.
-9 or 14 or something ridiculous
Yeah,
base damage.
His last inning is absolutely awful, and then in the past, I felt like having the high base damage, which gave him like good laning, was good because he's such a level dependent hero. That's why the minus build has become so popular, because you need the levels before you can truly do a lot of damage output.
I
So,
agree.
Um,
I think if you ever
I think combine the weak laning with level dependency is hard to fit in.
I think if you're gonna play Invoker right now, it's very similar to a safe lane Queen of Pain. You give him that 1v1 matchup,
Yeah.
you give him that Midas farm, and then he goes from there. But that's a lot of ifs, and it's you're one gank and then your
I
Invoker.
think you can do him as a safe lane solo, maybe like
Yeah.
you say, but I think putting him mid is just a bit hard to fit into a lot of lineups.
There's a support Invoker. I'm just saying
Support Invoker's not too
level 2 cold snap
Yeah.
ganks with your Iron Shells and stuff.
I used to do back in the days when I was playing with N9. We used to actually run this lineup in scrims with Invoker, Axe, dual lane.
Battle Hunger Ice.
It was
and
Invoker safe lane solo with like Axe semi.
coming out jungle.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. That's
And you just come out and Invoker with Cold Snap at like level 2, level 3. Because whoever's he's against, like, oh, I can actually lane. So 1v1 against Invoker. And then the Axe comes out with Battle Hunger and you're so dead. Like, you get fast level 3 from jungling and it's just, it crushes. I want to see stuff like that come out in pro games. Problem is most offlane heroes is like are now just tanky strength heroes with Stout Shields. Even a Battle Hunger with Cold Snap is not going to kill him. Like Clockwork with a Stout Shield, Elder Time with a Stout Shield. These heroes do not die.
Well, we'll talk about Invokers as well as Rush Hour analysis a little bit later on. Empire playing on the dire side. This match and the match coming up next don't really matter for Empire. They're moving on from Group B regardless of what happens. It matters so much more for Evo Geniuses. They need to at least win 2 or 3 matches in their next 4 to secure themselves a second place finish. Empire Silent playing the Iron teammate up top. We have Vanscore, who likes to play Chen quite a bit. He's playing a micro-intensive hero in the form of Visage. Always want to fly. It's going to be playing at Rubik. We're going to, on the top, or excuse me, in the mid lane, Scandal is going to be playing Puck. Last but not least,
30
Empire Mag
seconds
is going to be
to
showing
battle.
off some off-lane nature.
The new American roster bringing hope to NA Dota. It's going to be Team Evil Geniuses on the Radiant team. We're going to have Fear on the Bane, Universe on Darkseer, Fogged playing Jakiro. The mid lane, it's going to be Outward Devourer being played by MSS, Mojo Stormstout. Then finally, at the bottom lane, farming in the safe lanes. Jo, is this a
It's a
Darkseer
very,
trial lane?
yeah, very
Or
interesting Darkseer trial lane.
Are they going to go in Feeble on Fear? He hasn't leveled anything up yet, but the 3 clarities kind of suggest he may go level 1 in Feeble and just look to straight up out-farm the anti-mage.
I mean, is there a possibility you could draw First Blood with a lane like this?
Remember Liquid used to do something where they'd smoke up the 2 supports, send the Darkseer offlane, and when the supports for Empire try and like come zone him out, the 2 smoked up EG supports get like an early First
yeah.
Blood.
So
But it
I
looks
guess
like
you-
they're not doing that.
Your best spell is like Dual Breath into a Iron Shell into a Brain Sap. That's like the highest damaging spell, but they're gonna walk into
Yep.
Observer range,
Yep,
and
fine.
let's see if they're gonna be going into the jungle and ward up some spots.
They're not going to be able to ward off the pool right now, which actually makes this offensive trialing a lot harder. But Universe just going to start dropping Iron Shells. And it looks like just priority number 1 is don't let
there's
anti-mage farm.
Enfeeble. So this is not exactly your killing trialing. In
They
fact,
can't really
Fog in a
find
little bit
level
trouble.
one.
Dual Breath is gonna hit on 2 hero. He gets lifted. He's gonna get a Grave Chill as well. He's not gonna die because of his high starting HP, but that's a decent amount of harass here
Yeah.
done by the Empire supports.
Level 1 Grave Chill only costing 70 mana, so well worth using just for a bit of harass here and there. But Anti-Mage, he's going to be farming under his tower, and a lot of that time is going to be farming with the Enfeeble on him. So even with a Quelling Blade, that's not going to help a whole lot.
Yeah, I mean this trialing by EG has to be so well played because it's just a purely harassment based trialing. You have Enfeeble on your support, and you have Iron Shell on your carry in the sense that's in the lane. So you're never really getting ever a kill. So Anti-Mage is, he's not gonna die. He's gonna farm maybe less, but he's still gonna farm.
And you can still harass, like you still get the mana break
Oh, yeah.
and the damage from that. So if he's not going to get last hits, and if there's a Darkseer in range, or if there's Fear nearby on the Bane, you just start harassing. And you can still last hit range creeps. They have mana pools, so
There you go.
no problem.
All right,
1 in 4.
On the mid lane, I think that's where it really hurts. Look at the CS difference. 9 and 7 on MSS, and Scandal's got 1.
Yikes.
1 and 1, and this matchup doesn't get any better as Puck levels up.
And this is the game played on European servers.
Yeah,
So-
it's not server, it's just
No,
Puck
no.
versus OD. This matchup is ugly.
MSS has no problem at all, and Fear doing some just manual body blocking, preventing the 2-minute pool spot from spawning at the top lane. So,
Yeah, he's been
that's going
doing
to help
that
out a lot.
since the 1 minute mark as well.
Yeah.
So very good job, very diligent on getting on pull. But back on the top here, Fog. Looks like they're gonna lift Universe back. Universe is absolutely fine. He's gonna Iron Shell,
he's got
maybe
no
even
surge.
go on Always Wanna Fly. But the slow comes down. He might actually go down to a couple
No
more
soul
mana break.
assumption mana.
Ooh, that was close. But he's gonna south back up, and it looks like Vanscore in a little bit more trouble. The right clicks are coming in. Soul Assumption is gonna come through. They are gonna draw First Blood. Fox dropping level. Here comes Universe. He blinks back out. Magic sticks up, and he's gonna be fine. Iron Shell creeps here. Do they have anything? They don't even have level 2 on the Bane, so that will be the end of the engagement. But they got First Blood, so
Yeah.
pretty good exchange.
Miscalculation by Empire there. It should have been the Empire's first blood, but they went in when they didn't have mana for the Soul Assumption. They're not done yet. This time they do have a Soul Assumption. They bring down Dark from the top lane. Ice Path's going to be used just to prevent any further chases, but it was Empire's first blood if they'd actually calculated the mana they needed for the Soul Assumption plus Grave Chill, and being 5 mana short actually cost them heavily there.
Unfortunately, that was also Universe's miscalculation as well as not recognizing the quick TP and quick
Yeah.
response coming out here from Team Empire. So they get a rebuttal kill quite quickly.
Well, it's end of the day, they still are shutting down the Anti-Mage farm. They've given away 2 kills for the one. I think this offensive trend for EG still sort of justifying itself and doing all right. They've chewed through most of their regen. Neither Bane nor Jakiro with any HP regen yet left. Just the 4 Tangos that's on Universe right now.
I like to see the supports. If you're rich enough, pick up the boots. Fear does have one as well, and Fog unfortunately does not. And if you're too poor, then you gotta go Magic Stick. A lot of these defensive items are fairly good in a trialing versus trialing situation, especially that's one that's not nuke based, the one that's passively harassing each other. having Majestic or Boot to Speed really, really helps out.
The other thing which EG have to be careful of when they're contesting pools and being annoying is there's a Prophet on Empire who can TP in, help get some kills here. There's limited Tangos on this Radiant side, only Universe, and Jakira or Bane caught up by a Sprout will be almost a guaranteed kill. Potentially, if he TPs in, he wants to be going for 2 kills, not just 1 kill. So we'll see if Empire consider doing that. Actually,
Ooh, teleport up top, gets a double damage room. MSS says, I guess a spite.
That was...
I'm not sure whether that's even worth the TP.
No, he's kind of stuck in this awkward position.
No, he's just rotating up top. The courier, by the way, flying by. It's a courier. No, that's a dire courier. They're going to rotate around, and Mag, he's got the double damage. Holy crap, that's going to do a ton of damage. Blink lift here against Fear. Fear surging himself back out. The dual breath's going to come, but here comes Mag. The right clicks are hurting so much. Oh my god, these guys are all going to die. This 1 kill. Where's the Sprout? There's a Sprout. There's no tank on Fear. 1 right click. 2 right click.
Well,
3 right click for the kill.
What looked like an awful, not awful TP, but a very suboptimal TP as far as his TP's on cooldown. From the top rune, you can't go back to bottom. He hasn't got a teleport scroll. You can't gank top with, well, in theory, you can't gank top with a teleport, but he just walked top. He's like, I've got boots, I'll just walk top lane. There's a fight breaking out.
I mean, in theory, that should never happen because MSS saw him pick up the double damage. In fact, he astro him. So thus you should click on his item, say, oh, no teleport scroll. He just teleport bot. I see him teleport in.
He's stuck there. What does he do? Either ganks top or walks back to bottom lane.
What can you say other than just huge miscommunication from EG? There's no excuse on this level of play like this.
And well, not even miscommunication. I'm sure the top lane actually saw him pick up the double damage rune. Fear or whoever at the top lane themselves, I imagine, would have seen.
Then what happened? They should have just have to back off. It's a double damage Prophet.
Yeah. Well, EG, they get punished for it, and they're now down 5 kills to 1 early on. They have managed to slow down an anti-mage a bit, but all of a sudden it's something not looking all too worth it, even though that the 3 top farmers are still on the EG side.
Yeah, the only thing they have going for them is the mid lane, which they are, or as well as bot lane. JLo, free farming away. JLo's got 34 CS, leading about by 13 over the Prophet, though Prophet's got himself a double kill to show for it. Meanwhile, though, Scando is, holy crap, like, look at this lane. Man,
11 CS.
It is ugly.
He is, yeah, he's not enjoying his time there, to say the least.
And again, it's not Scandal's fault or anything. I'm surprised that MSS has also gone for a bottle build. He really likes his bottle mid OD. I think this is the second time he has done it. I'm not really sure that you even need that investment.
Yeah.
But he is going to be eating a lot of nukes from a puck, so maybe he just wants it for the HP regen.
I guess it does give you the option if you find like a haste rune to maybe go for a gank on the top lane, or even go for a kill in the mid lane. But you have to get a pretty good rune, not a regen, not an illusion rune if you want to go for those kills. But Bane sitting around mid, considering maybe going for a kill with MSS. Not going to see it happen right now. And it looks like EG have decided, well, they've slowed down anti-mage as much as they can. Well, I think they're abandoning,
quote-unquote, slow down and gave him 4 assist kills.
It seems they've abandoned this offensive triumph for now. The supports are going to rotate bottom, either go for a kill, maybe a tower push, or even just go for some pulls to get some levels and experience for themselves.
I think levels is what they're looking at right now. You can't really play the, stubborn game up top. Just give it up, and hopefully you can recover a little bit. But here comes a smoke gank when the supports are not there anymore. MSS, he's got Tranquil Boots. He's moving very fast with his 390 base movements. But you always want to fly. Walking in, it looks like MSS is going to get caught. The Orb's going to be right there. Silence going to be there as well. And the Soul Assumption is going to clean through. Killing spree.
Yeah, they
always want to fly.
Well.
Yeah.
Nature's Prophet ultimate coming in as well. You always save that first Nature's Prophet ultimate for an important gank like that. And killing off the OD at this point, a hero who 42 and 27 CS, completely kind of snowballing out of control. And this is where you say, well, sure, Puck gets crushed mid, but who's going to do more from 7 minutes to 15 minutes in this game, man?
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be Puck, even with no Blink Dagger, no farm.
And the thing is, you expect Puck to get crushed. So, Empire knew what they were walking into in the mid lane. And despite of that, I say getting that kill on OD kind of evens the playing field quite a bit. And it's like you said, who is going to be more effective? An OD with, a mech, I imagine? Or is it going to be the Puck?
Yeah. Well, Fear looking to help out of this bottom lane. It looks like Nature's Prophet going to be forced back. Mag's up to level 7, and he's got phase boots, he's got his glove of haste. He's doing ridiculously well on Nature's Prophet.
You can chase down support with phase and right click. He did it earlier with double damage, but the phase not too bad in damage output either.
Well, it looks like EG really want to get this T1 bottom tower. Jo just going for hits whenever he can, as soon as the tower's onto hitting creeps here, but not going to get down to deny range just yet, as Nature's Prophet is kind of poised to go for that deny. But EG, it's 1 kill to 6, but I think they're actually ahead as far as gold goes, only by a tiny margin. But it goes to show that
it's the farm.
Yeah, it goes to show that kills don't mean everything as far as the early game getting ahead goes, because Empire don't actually have an advantage as far as raw gold goes.
I mean, they definitely have the advantage in terms of experience, though, and that's where the kills kind of allow them to do so. And more importantly, I think by winning that trialing up top, it allows Silent to now free farm away, basically under no pressure. And to be honest, no pressure until much, much later, because what are you going to do? Gank with a Jakiro? I guess, you know, Fear is your best ganker in this sense once he hits level 6, but he's nowhere near that.
Yeah.
So your Puck, your anti-mage is absolutely fine. They could have a slow start, but that's okay, because nobody's punishing them for having a slow start.
Fear's been spending time stacking neutrals. Stacked the big camp on the left, then killed it with the Darkseer, so got a bit of experience. He's now stacking other neutral camps as well in the jungle. So I think he's thinking, hey, I'll just stack these, and then when Darkseer comes to kill him, I can just leech some experience to get the levels that he needs.
Okay. Well, Scandal with a double damage, that's going to allow him having a little bit better CS. Deny, D-Ward coming up on the top as well, and Empire just taking complete map control.
Yeah.
I feel like Empire's not playing insanely a lot better than EG, but they're just like a little bit better on all merits, and then they're getting all these small advantages.
Yeah, they're saving the Nature's Prophet ultimate. We may see another kill attempt on OD again soon, or any hero on the map that Empire kind of decide, hey, let's try and kill that guy. They've got the damage they need to. If they bring the puck and have the Nature's Prophet ultimate, the Wrath of Nature ready to go. And, well, I think Empire are just happy to play this slow-paced game, because their anti-mage has found himself an empty lane, picked up a Claymore, is building towards that Battle Fury.
Yeah, once a Battle Fury, Quelling Blade, and Treads are online, suddenly things could get pretty dicey for EG, who, you know, again, farming well, leading the farm chart by all standards. 3 of the highest farmers, but I feel like they're in a little bit of trouble.
Alright, well, EG, let's see if they can get this bottom tier 1 tower. Swarm gets dropped. They really want to get this tower. No siege creep for the Radiant team, whereas the Dire actually have a siege creep here, so that's a bit awkward. Oh, here comes the siege creep.
Prophet trying to get the denied. There's a glyph coming out.
Here
Any
comes
rotation?
yeah.
The Puck's rotating from mid, as well as the Prophet, and Rubik rotating
EG
from
just
bottom.
going to not get this. I
Yeah,
think they're
tower
too afraid
denied.
of the puck. Yeah.
Tower defended, denied, and EG has to back off.
That's quite costly for this early on in the game. That's a big gold loss for EG, for any team. Tower denies in the first 10 minutes matter a lot more than tower denies 30 minutes into the game.
JO was just hitting on that tower for the longest time, you know, giving up creep kills and doing so.
Yeah. He's still topping the CS charts after Anti-Mage had the poorish start, but definitely missing a few in the process. And now we're seeing kind of 1v1 matchup resume. It looks like they've left JO on the bottom lane alone once again, but Nature's Prophet not too afraid of him. Rubik even providing some backup. This is a Rubik who's going to be hitting level 6 very, very soon.
Yeah, Rubik has, you know, picked up a killing spree on his team, so he's been rotating well, being a part. He's been involved in every single kill that his team has picked up, so always want to fly.
Yeah, so's Visage.
Yeah,
1, and 5. And, I haven't seen much of Visage lately. He's been, it looks like, just getting some experience in farming the jungle.
He's level 6?
Yep. Hits his level 6, gets familiars up. And if we see a fast down in him, then we look at Empire taking Roshan. Nothing EG can really do about it. You've got Nature's Prophet, you've got a Medallion on a Visage, you've got familiars, you've got Antimate maybe split pushing a lane and coming to Roshan a bit later on. This will be probably a very early-ish Roshan by Empire. Not looking right now, but probably sometime before 20 minutes.
Yeah, they probably want to pick off that mid-tier 1 tower, maybe get a gank to precede that Roshan, and then go for it. I do want to point out that with Birds up now online on the Visage player, you could easily just send them on the mid lane. A single Dream Core, Orb, and right clicks from Birds is enough. Dream Core's going to get used on the mid lane against MSS. Well, he's on the high ground right now. The Orb, not sure whether he hit, and they're going to right click going on at MSS. The Wrath Nature comes in as well. He's still low, but Anti-Mage blinks in with a single slice. Wow. That's a kill. Ice Path's going to go on silent, but he shouldn't be dying. Blink off cooldown already. The other side of the river he goes.
Yeah, gets rid of that Beetle. Meanwhile, the rest of the fight's going down. Mid lane, Mag is still nightmared up. Nothing at Rivet. Scandal. Pop the Waning Rift, trying to just orb the hell out of there, and does do so. As Jero, he's shown up to the fight, and these Weaver early TPs, you almost have to get kills to justify it. And right now, he hasn't gotten kills. He hasn't really even saved teammates as the OD went down regardless.
Sakuchi into a lift. The Orb's going to come in here, and Fox dropping low. So is Visage. Visage going to Soul Assumption to one more kill. Nicely done here. Pucks is dropping low as well. Jail. Oh, with the... Oh, man, he's moving so fast, and the Iron Shell is just letting them do so much more damage. Always want to fly. Now going south. He should be okay. No, they see him juke in there, but another Sakuchi. Now north he goes. And this is annoying little bugger.
Oh, yeah. Very, very annoying. EG... They lose OD Jakira. It was a, 2-for-2 trade in the end?
2 for 2,
Puck and Visage, so... It's not bad, but it's just not enough. It's not good enough, especially with Antimage coming in, getting a kill, and then immediately goes back top. EG brought Weaver to the fight to get those kills. Antimage came to the fight, but then immediately left it and went back to farming. So he was much more efficient with his time during that fight.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he didn't even find the opportunity to use that Mana Void to get one more kill. But, you know, he's just very, very happy with his farm. We're going to see like a 15-minute Battle Fury, and if I told you that, hey, he got tri-lane against. You wouldn't believe me, because look at this. He's gonna be what,
He had-
500-600 away?
He had like 6 CS at 4 minutes in.
Yeah.
I want to say something very very low, but he's caught up in no time at all.
It just shows you that for those guys that play pub games and you have a terrible early first 5 minutes, you're not getting assets.
Yeah.
If all things go according to plan, you know, your teammate's doing pretty well, you win a team fight here or there, you win a small scale engagement, you could farm your Battle Fury still in very, very good timing.
Well, EG want to group up, and I think with this mech up now on the Darks here, they want to just try and take some 5-on-5 fights. This, MSS doesn't actually have to go for the mech with the Darks on the team. He'll be going straight for a 4-staff, which he hasn't quite found yet, but EG, they're going to just force fights under these towers, and this is going to cause Silence some problems. He can't fight into this. He's just going to go back into the jungle or find a different lane to farm, and it's up to the rest of Empire if they want to try and defend. And it looks like Scandal, he's at bottom lane for now, does have a TP, but isn't going to defend this top tier on tower. EG get that uncontested.
Yeah, I think if you're Empire, you don't look aggressively defending these towers simply because the fact that, hey, you know, there is Meg available. Looks like we have an Astro setting things up. These birds gotta drop. They do slow down MSS a little bit.
Oh, well, loses neither of them. Nice bit of micro from Vanscore. Keeps them both
Well,
alive.
this one flies playing really aggressive. Cancel that TP. Oh, he's thinking about it.
Or he goes for a kill on someone else now that Weaver's not here, but no.
His allies are just a little bit too slow, but that's okay. You know, you're the one that's farming a little bit slowly. You're going for a Battle Fury. There's no reason to play any aggression right now if you're Team Empire.
Yeah, Battle Fury now up as Silent will be flying that in just a second, and from here it only goes up for Empire. And this is not just Battle Fury at 15 minutes. He's also hit level 11. Is he I'm pretty sure he's the highest level in the game. Yeah, Anti-Mage is highest level in the game. And
how's that even? I mean, I guess
he's had
involved in
solo
5 kills.
experience and been involved in kills and just solo experience.
All right,
being the most efficient as far as the farmers and solo players on this map.
It's always interesting to see Sakuchi, Weaver, and a Rubik just galloping side by side.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Battle Fury online. We're 15.5 minutes in, and his farm will just completely accelerate. I think what EG right now is doing is correct. You just push S5. You have the mech. They don't. Punish them. EG Fear coming in. Sentry's gonna get. Oh, here comes the Nightmare. We need a Fiend's Grip, but he can't ever get it because of the birds alongside. Always want to fly, dropping low. He's out of mana completely. Wrath of Nature comes in. Any come back up. Mana Void's gonna be getting 1 kill. And that's all they really want. Or I say that they want a little bit more. The Astro's gonna come in. There's Fiend's Grip. They could turn around and kill him. Ice Path's gonna be there. There's a Fiend's Grip. Huge ultimate coming from MSS. They're gonna get 1 kill. MSS, despite being low, they want a little bit more. The silence misses from Scandal, a rare miss, but he's going to get the kill regardless. The brain side from Fear, though, answers right back. Carnage on the mid lane here, and I think a fairly easy victory as they kill the Anti-Mage, kill the Puck, and retain Jayo.
Yeah, slight EG victory there. They do lose 3 heroes for it. Nature's Prophet getting a couple of those kills as well, but he was the only survivor, and that's...
Never even got to the fight. He was just...
Yeah. It was 4 for 3, but yeah, killing the Anti-Mage, slowing him down, and forcing him to just leave his lane to actually come to the fight is definitely a nice trade.
He might be in a little bit of trouble. He might just have to use his Shadow Walk. Ooh, Ice Path's going to miss, and he just fades out of there. Still could use a hand of Midas when he can.
He's still being chased.
No, he's got back up at this point, yeah.
He's made it out, and that's going to be his Shadow Blade very, very soon. Just 400 away from that. Actually gets the bottom T1 tower.
The supports were just chasing.
All right. Well, Anti-Mage, he's up in the jungle, so no surprises there. Something we can see him and his team do is stack these neutral camps. He's got a couple stacks waiting for him. And be interesting to see what if he goes straight for the Manta style, or what some farming Anti-Mages do is disassemble the Tranquil Boots, get a Vlad's, and buy your treads.
I think this is a game where you want to go treads and straight BKB afterwards. Maybe you want to put a Yasha on top. Again,
before
Empire,
the Manta style, though?
I mean, Empire and this CIS players really love to get their Yasha into BKB stuff. Manta style's nice, but you want to block the OD damage, which is probably the only thing that's really going to kill you. The Darkseer is pretty annoying as well. The Ice Path is fairly annoying. I think the safest thing is to go Yasha for the extra farm and then back into BKB. If you want to go really safe, you go straight BKB after this.
I think Manta is still fairly safe. It allows you, I mean, just the confusion against a Fiend script is really nice. And, I mean, as far as actually killing your opponents before they kill you, well, Manta style is one of the best items for Anti-Mage as far as damage output goes. Having the illusions to the extra damage and then mana burn so you can get a nice mana void off. But we'll have a bit of a pause here. It looks like Empire, one of their players says they need to reboot one of their PCs. It's better than having to call their girlfriends. Or speak to
No,
their
he
mum.
just said he had a call. Nobody said it was a girlfriend.
That's a who is Envy?
Kaipi.
Yeah.
Envy has no girlfriend. At least not in 3D. He has 2D.
Give it time. Get to China and he'll be. The
Oh
next-
yeah, Jackie Mao will be popular. He's
Oh,
gonna be on
man.
dating shows.
Yes.
Let's be real here. Can't
We-
speak Chinese though.
He'll be the next Loda. Loda's like worshipped there. That's gonna be Jackie Mao.
Isama.
Oh yeah. Okay,
No,
no,
he
I
actually-
cannot see that happening. Let's real talk. I did
No,
not-
real talk. Isama has a following in Japan, the Japanese soda community.
Okay.
It's like, cause they're coming. He's like, who the hell is this Sama person? It's like a you know, that's a honorific for godlike stuff, and nobody could actually understand that it was just a joke. But it's a joke that caught on, so it's not a joke anymore. It's legit.
All right. Well, EG here in this opening game, looking like there's still signs of life for them. Do you feel this new team of theirs is shaping up to what it can be, or is it going to take more time? Are they going to be a top contender?
I think what they're trying to do is right now is perfect one type of playstyle. Again, this is one of those drafts that has a ton of AOE, and it seems
Yeah.
like they want to play a 4 protect 1 style, which Jo is the one, and he's not getting protected. It's like the 4 do something heroes by themselves, and then Jo does his own thing by himself.
It's kind of like the Kaipi playstyle in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it is. Although Kaipi pressures a lot more, whereas
Yes.
EG try to hit. For example, they're pushing a lot more right now. Like they push a tier 1 tower top, and they're now pushing a tier 1 tower mid because they have mech. Like this is a very standard pushing timing, and
They seem like a super just conservative and calculated team to me, EG, right now, in all the games we've seen. They don't take big risks, and they just try and sit back and they're a very strategic team. They'll
Yeah.
look to just beat their opponents with their overall strategy and game plan as far as taking towers as 5, knowing when to 5-man, knowing when to split push, and just having a clear plan in mind. I feel the problem comes is that there's just a couple sort of occasional flaws in their execution. Like we saw the top lane where Nature's Prophet picks up a DD comes in. Those kind of
yes,
mistakes is what completely crushes that playstyle. It's like the LGD playstyle. You play really safe and conservative. You can't make any mistakes.
yeah.
Otherwise,
you make a mistake. It doesn't matter
You're
how
done,
long
sir.
you're playing safe. And also, there's like small individual mistakes. Like for example, they were chasing a Prophet at the bot lane, and Treant takes a tier 1 tower.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be happening either. So just like these small things. But to answer your question, I do see EG like making to TI4. Like this is a team that could get there. I'm not sure whether they'll win. I don't think they'll win, but they could. They are definitely a contender.
I love that there's like been this first post TI3 shuffle because I feel like there's gonna be one more big shuffle before TI4.
It's gotta be before the qualifier. It's like the
Yes.
annual year in the beginning shuffle,
It'll come like
mid-year
I think it'll come earlier this year than last year.
because people are recognizing
Well,
the fact
I
that
think there may even be a shuffle before invites come out because some teams will be like come February, like March, like let's say February, March, your team's not working. Like well, we got to change something, and maybe you still get because it's probably not too still late to change your roster. And if you do really well in tournaments, maybe get invited. But
Yeah.
there'd probably be like that shuffle, and then there'll be the shuffle before the qualifiers, where everyone's like trying to get the best possible team for the qualifiers or whatever it may be. Once the invites have come out, so there'll be a few more big shuffles to come. I'm pretty sure.
although some teams have been burned last year, you shuffle your team.
Getting burned. Who's that?
Kaipi didn't get invited. Kaipi was so much better than like every team.
Jeez. Have you seen man, IC Cup? Those guys were legit. They
I've
played
seen
well.
IC Cup.
They were legit.
Have you seen Rattlesnake versus Quantic?
Yeah. Rattlesnake won. What's your point?
Yeah,
You're
I'm
saying
saying
Quantic shouldn't have been there?
I'm not saying anything.
Quantic won that qualifier.
I'm
I'm not sure what you're on about.
oh news. I'm just saying
Stuck
that
in the past, Lumi.
those 8 teams weren't the best 8 teams. Maybe the most deserving 8 teams.
I think they were the most deserving. Of being
Right,
in the
and it
qualifier.
goes back to the question of like, if you're Valve, who are you inviting? Are
Yeah.
you inviting the best teams, or are you inviting?
Well, it's like
deserving
LGD
teams?
lost their invite to the main tournament.
Sure, yeah, they're definitely better team than anybody, but they didn't deserve
after the
the
roster
invite.
change.
Yeah,
After
yeah.
the roster change, it's like, oh, you no longer deserve the invite. You've
At the same
broken
time,
whatever
though,
rule.
like when you run TI3, I think Valve's message is saying we're having this tournament that features the 16 best team in the world, and I really don't think, based on their invite, you're not really getting the 16 best teams in the world.
They didn't invite 16
The scene,
Chinese teams.
the 16. There you go, man.
I can't even say that anymore because
No, you can't.
I can't even joke about that. Like
Yeah.
after TI2, I could joke about that. Like Valve should. I remember joking like, oh, Valve should have invited 15 Chinese teams plus Navi. But you can't make those jokes anymore. Whoa, immediate force out from MSS at mid lane. Force, Astral. I think he'd already queued that up. We're back in the game. All right.
Yeah. We'll talk about Chinese a little bit later.
How much it's fallen.
And how much is going to be on the rise.
All right.
JO working on the tier 1 tower mid here. And MSS joining Frey as well. He's going to be, taking up his strength threats. I wonder where he's going to go next. Mech's not going to be necessary. Whether he's going to go the BKB or will he be going for the... Well, always want to fly is dead.
Yeah. Oh, the familiar
Sakuchi.
sun almost helped him stay alive. Puck's going to Blink Dagger now. He's going to actually immediately TP to the tier 2 mid tower after buying it from the side shop at bottom and maybe look to just go on JO here. JO already a bit low here, just 630 HP.
They're right on top of that sentry where all of these guys are clumping so hard.
Yeah.
They have to recognize that there
You
is a bug.
junk the Weaver and follow it with a Soul Assumption, he dies.
I mean, Scandal already got a 4-man coil a little bit early on, and he's going to find yet another 4-man coil. He's doing a little bit better spreader. Bring coils only onto 2 this time here. They melt JO immediately. Universe is going to be on the back line trying to get himself out of there. Doesn't break out of it because there's a telekinesis lift. That's it. Your push is done. When you
Easy.
play safe, you can't make mistakes.
And top lane, it's anti-mate split pushing. He doesn't even bother coming to a fight. It's like, they don't need me.
Ooh, in
This
fact-
fight isn't deserving of me.
The fight goes the other way here. Fear.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Fear, my friend. The Sprout immediately comes out. The dual breath is going to bring Silent out. They will retreat for now.
They didn't want to chase that one. Nature's Prophet does have the Shadow Blade up in just a second. And it looks like Fear knocked me out of chasing down.
Do they
There's
have
no
any
sentries.
detection?
Not yet, but I don't think they've seen the Shadow Blade until now.
Okay.
So they should be looking to quickly buy some dust and sentries.
And there you go. Immediate courier flying out with 2 pairs of sentries.
Good.
Good reaction.
I
But
like it.
the big problem is team fight mid didn't go EG's way.
It was just as Puck got the blink. They didn't actually know he had the blink.
Yes,
and
that's a very important point. But the fact of the matter is team fight did not go their way, and Anti-Mage is still pushing.
It's Weaver Lincolns, but that's not going to be an answer or solution to Anti-Mage. Silent, up to 2k gold. And his net worth is now surpassed the Weaver, I think, for the first time in the game. Just a
Yep.
couple hundred gold ahead of him. And Nature's Prophet up there as well. So this is going to be the Dual Core versus Dual Core. And Puck and Dark, so you kind of feel a similar role as Initiators. So both teams somewhat on equal footing as far as the farmers go, but it does feel like more momentum going the way of Empire and just better overall split push, which is going to give him a big advantage in the next 10 minutes.
All right, so this is what you were expecting. A Vlad's coming out here from Anti-Mage. It's not an item that helps you fight. Like, it actually does nothing against OD. But it's an item that helps you farm, and it speeds up your farm quite
I
a
wasn't
bit.
expecting. I was more like saying you can do. I actually don't know if it was
The
the
best
it's-
item.
Yeah, you can. Like you say, you can't fight. You do want the treads ultimately, so it's kind of like efficient use of your gold because you already have the Vlad's pieces.
Well, let me ask you the question is, obviously, can't really fight with this build, but do you need to fight with this build?
Nah,
Because
that's
Empire
just
right
split
now, it
pushing.
feels like they're in control.
Yeah, he wants to just straight up split push here, and he'll grab his treads right now, and I imagine just start building towards that Manta style.
Yep.
And-
Lincoln's gets picked up, so is Mech and Visage.
There's no hexes anytime soon, so Anti-Mage knows that his split push is going to be very hard to stop, and with a Manta, even once he gets a Manta style, the hexes won't be up by then, so he'll have plenty of time to farm a BKB after his Manta style, I feel.
Yeah. The only way that Silent die right now is if there's a force staff from the OD to force a Bane forward for a Fiend's Grip or force him self-forward Astro into a Fiend's Grip. That's the only way he dies.
And once he has his Manta style, if he sees Bane coming in, like, in range, you pop the Manta style during the Fiend's Grip animation before he casts it.
It depends. If Fiend's Grip is already casted and selected on you, you can
Okay.
Manta and the game finds the right one for you.
Yeah.
So I think that's a little bit cheap, to be honest. But that's
The
way
other
the
thing
game
that we
works.
haven't talked about, well, we talked about a lot earlier, that Empire can do is Roshan, of course.
Yes.
They didn't go for Mandalorian on Visit. He wanted to get this mech up since no one else in the team was going for it. And, well, he's hovered around that Roshan pit. We'll have to see if Nature's Prophet decides to come in. Anti-Mage still farming in the jungle. Anti-Mage would, and this is the other great thing about this build, just treads Vlad's battlefield. You can actually solo Roshan. I've seen Black just go into the Roshan pit at like 90 minutes in the game and just kill Roche by himself.
It takes quite a while,
Yeah.
and it depends on like bash luck and things like that. But yeah, you can. It takes a while. The also thing that not a big thing to talk about is that when you're blinking and farming in the jungle, you do tend to run low in terms of mana, depending on how efficient your tread swapping and things of that nature. With the Vlads, you never really run out of mana.
Oh, he's going to blink right into
Oh! I don't think he actually realized.
Even so, like they, well, I guess if Fear reacts immediately with a Fiend script, but it's bottom lane where Empire have a lot of heroes smoked up, ready to go. They're going to jump, and it's going to be Jo getting caught out, even with the Lincoln Sphere. There's no way out of this
Oh,
one.
man.
Puck is so good against Weaver because Lincoln's just doesn't stop any of his spells.
Yeah. And here we go. Universe is on the chase, trying to find that vacuum, cancel a couple of TP. It's Surge being stolen. Always want to fly. Ooh, Blink.
I don't know about this chase. Chasing without the Weaver. They're going to kill off one of the familiars using the OD Astral Orbs. And EG, Universe taking a ton of damage. Can he even get off a vacuum wall? Grip goes down on Vayne Scott. Looks like he's going to take a fall. Puck going to orb his way out of there. And I think EG have actually come out on top of this one. May bring down Always Want to Fly as well.
Ooh, Blink.
There's
oh, no,
no
it's
surge.
Astro. There's 2 Blink Daggers available. One on Universe, one on Fear. The double Blink action really allowed them to chase so aggressively. And that's really nice. I like the Blink on Bane because it allows you to actually initiate on the Anti-Mage.
Yeah.
You Blink grip him. But speaking of this Anti-Mage, again, unanswered.
Yeah, goes top. He does get enfeebled up, which takes away some of that damage, makes him a bit hard. He doesn't actually last hit tower, but Nature's Prophet comes in, gets the last hit, and Nature's Prophet suddenly has an Orchid.
What do you feel about Orchid versus Hex? Especially the way that he farmed for it, you only need to pay like 1,000 more gold to get the Hex.
It's I guess it's going to be nice for like some of the solo kills on if you find a lot of these heroes on their own, but it's more damage output, I guess, is the main thing. But
Yeah.
the problem is it doesn't always. Some of these heroes you can't actually kill with an Orchid, whereas Hex would offer a lot more.
I mean, if for example, if you Hex a Weaver, he's still walking away, you know?
Yeah.
Or sorry,
I think
if
it's
you
okay.
Orchid him.
I think it's okay.
Yeah.
But
It's never really a bad item, but it's just that since you're getting it so late in the game anyways, and late by I guess a Nature Prophet standard, you might as well have gone for the Hex, but he's actually filthy rich. He's 3-0 and 8.
yeah, he's been untouched this game, and I'm surprised Empire haven't gone for Roshan yet. It looks like they just don't want to let go of the pressure they have going at top lane, although for now Antimage actually is near the Roshan pit, so would look towards him just going in there. He had a double damage rune even. DD Antimage with Vlad's. I guess just a bit afraid of what EG can do with the double blinks. The blink with a vacuum wall coming out from Universe would cause them a lot of problems.
Oh no, they're going for it now, and I don't think Roshan's gonna be surviving.
EG are like, this is probably the best timing for EG to actually contest
They get
it.
the blink vacuum.
Oh, Roche is going down too fast.
Raph is gonna scout everybody out. Here comes a swarm. Fear is gonna get lifted up. Toss it back as well. Here comes a silence. No Coil. Coil's gonna miss Fog.
MSS ninja'd the Aegis. Astral onto the Antimage, and he stole the Aegis. What a play coming out from MSS. Sandy's Eclipse are followed up. He's doing a ton of damage. He gets brought down, but the Aegis steal may have just won EG this fight.
Well, it's not over yet. They're chasing
double
away.
buybacks.
Fear is coming back and he gets lifted. In fact, I think they're gonna focus on him. Fear immediately gets blown up.
Oh.
JO's on the front line. He's doing a ton of damage to these two supports. Looks like Astro's gonna go on. Always
that's
want
a
to
big
fly,
one to avoid.
earning himself. He's gonna be dead. Anti-Mage coming back in, but he's getting focused by MSS. MSS doing so much damage. Scandal coming back in, but he doesn't get a kill either. JO's now here, running away.
Well, the buyback from Nature's Prophet, not going to find much. Puck and Nature's Prophet both buying back.
Anti-Mage bought back as well.
Oh, TP in.
Ooh,
Not
JO's
gonna be
one more hit away. These trees not helping out. Can we get a good blink? South,
He gets
south.
right. He goes right. Jo gets spotted now. They know he's there.
Oh,
Dire's top
Do they
tower
see
is
him?
under attack.
They don't have detection, I believe. They're just trying to like sniff him out. Orb not going to find him just yet. Puck will see him in a second. The creep wave spots him.
Dire's
Puck is
top
going to try
tower
chase this,
is
while the
under
rest of the
attack.
team, I think, is just going to go. Yeah, they're going to get this tower, or try to.
Under attack.
Doesn't look like they can. TPing in from the Bane. Cancel his TP. What's happening with the Puck?
he's still going at it.
Oh my gosh, these guys. Oh, he may have done it. Blink silence?
No, he's waiting for him to come out to Kuchi again.
He's got coil now as well.
It's behind him. The chase. Is he gonna go for a TP? If he goes for a TP, he's dead. Oh God! That was the
Well,
longest 1 hour chase that produced no
look,
results.
I don't know about Grand Stick, but mine is suddenly really, really limp. After that. That build up and then suddenly, he TP'd out.
Oh my God. Alright, my question, because I didn't catch it on camera, and my apologies for that. How did MSS just walk in and take the Aegis?
He did just that. He walked in and took the
Did he
Aegis.
force staff?
No. He had vision.
Where did he come from?
Anti-Mage.
Where did he come from? He
Look,
just...
I'll give you a visual. Like, Empire left the Roshan pit with Roshan, like, on, like, 10%, 5% HP.
Anti-Mage
still hitting Roshan. The
And OD
fight's
just-
going on here. OD just walks up. He has vision of the Anti-Mage because there's a Swarm Beetle on him.
Okay.
So he gets the Astral off from maximum rage as
And then-
Roshan dies.
And then just walked in and took the Aegis.
It took a long time to pick up the Aegis because Treants were like surrounding Aegis as well, so he almost didn't even get the Aegis deal. It was just really clowny. But it could have just won EG this game as they find another pick off in the entire jungle. If that may come back to haunt Empire. They're still ahead by a large gold margin, but
Well,
that was a huge victory for EG in that team fight.
I don't feel too bad about missing that one. If I thought he just like force half himself in Astral and then took the Roshan kill, took the
He
Aegis.
waltzed in. It was like the IX Mike like walk in and just cast off a big ultimate. Like I can't remember what hero it was on, but I think it was like a CM where he just walked in and got like a 5-hero freezing field.
That was Sluffin stuff against LG China.
Nah, not tier 3.
Not yet. Okay.
Talking about I can't remember
Anti-Mage's on the
someone
run.
like
There's an
that.
Orchid, by the way, on MSS. Oh no! Silent!
It's
Too
a
short of
disaster.
Blink. Juking the trees. Juking Blink. All the silence comes on top, and well, no Manta style. He's gonna try to fight his way out of there. Wrath of Nature. The Orchid comes up from top. Astral.
Nature's Prophet
The
ultimate.
stuns! The stuns from the birds!
Well,
Damn! That was pretty nice.
the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
The bad being the Anti-Mage Blink.
Yeah.
The good being the the response from Empire, I guess, with the Nature's Prophet and Familiars. But, whew.
This game's got some moves.
Yeah.
And also
Once
got
again,
some
it's MSS making plays happen. Well, sort of.
sort of. He did get a kill. What's your thought on MSS going for Orchid now instead of going for a Hex?
He got it before the Anti-Mage has the Manta Style, which is the big thing.
Right. Maybe recognizing the fact that Mantis out or it's going to get delayed.
Yeah, getting
But-
delayed by the Vlads, and this has actually been heavily delayed now. 30 minutes not having
But here's the
Manta
thing,
Style.
though. Again, it's just 1,000 gold more for a Hex.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Hex is definitely the better option once he has the Manta Style up, but we'll see how it works out for EG. Still can go back for that Hex. I imagine
You want a BKB now, right? BKB
you
just
need
does
a
so
Hex,
much.
unless Darkseid's going for the Hex, which Darkseid with 2.1k gold. I don't see anything else Universe would go for other than a Hex at this point in the game, so look towards him building one.
Okay.
Well, I guess he could go for a Shiva's
Shiva's
Guard,
Guard.
which is quite standard.
Yeah.
But, either a Hex or a Shiva's Guard.
You
should
could go
come on in.
BKB as well, depending on how he feels about this game. Like, if there's Hexes... There are silences coming out here.
Max going for the Orchid plus Hex
Oh,
himself.
Vanscore is dead. Unless he's got some sick bird drop. 4-4 here. Mech's gonna come through the Wrath of Nature.
Yep.
Not doing much.
Well, Antimage is back to split pushing, split farming, but those 2 deaths in a row and bad team fights has sent him, I would say, quite far behind.
Yeah,
He's-
more importantly, unlike 20 minutes ago, or was it 10 minutes ago, right now EG has multiple ways of killing him. It's a blink from a fear into a grip. It's a 4-step forward from an OD into a silence. And these are easy ways to actually shut down Anti-Mage, especially before he gets his Manta style. Alright,
Okay.
well, the Orchid doesn't work anymore.
He
Manta
can just
style.
look to farm neutrals and ancient stacks to get the Manta up, but that's going to force Empire to play very passively for the
Right,
next
and
couple
you're
of
not
minutes.
applying pressure
Yeah.
as a result. Vanscore loses both his
Yep.
birds mid as well.
Yeah, something hard to avoid sometimes against an OD, especially with OD with a 4-star. EG, though, haven't got... if Empire try and stay passive and just farm neutrals and ancients, EG can't really punish that too much with pushing. They haven't really got a strong pushing lineup. They've got a good 5v5 team fight lineup, and maybe that's more what they try and go for here.
Yeah, Skando's been... Ooh.
He's got a gem now, too. He needs to be very careful. Looks
Walk-
like EG do want to try push. They have got the Desolate on Geo. That's going to be the majority of their actual damage as far as pushing down towers goes, and always on a fly. Not going to get any Shikuchi still
Well,
off.
these birds are just
Oh, man.
feeding hard.
He's only got that one. This one's dead, too. If OD stays around, he's pinging it.
These birds could
Yep.
open a restaurant.
Well,
And this visitors also want to open a
looks
restaurant.
like Vanks goes on the Sidrin diet.
Oh! Oh, that was...
Yuck. Empire. What went wrong? Oh, I'm not so
Okay.
much as what went wrong, but like
Okay,
what's going
no,
wrong
I'm not
with
gonna
Empire's
take
mindset
anything
right now?
away from EG, but this is... Oh, buyback coming out and scan... This is not EG playing exceptionally well. This
They're
is...
playing solid, but it's not like a...
Right,
huge
this
play.
is not... They're not making the biggest plays of their lives here.
Empire is still well in this game is the funny thing. Like as much as Empire, I think we're just trying to buy time for the split push to happen at this top lane, where Antimage and Nature's Prophet almost, they can bring down MSS, 30 HP.
Nightmare! Nightmare! Yes! No! Nightmare the Bane!
Lumi's got his EG cheer squad going.
I mean,
They're going to get this Rax.
NA Dota, the NA Dota's on stake right now, and
Trian, Siege Creep. Nature's Prophet, get in there.
oh,
Take it. There's no
Siege.
sentries. What sentries?
Go
Is there a gem?
Siege!
This game, man. I guess that was the plan with Scandal, even buying back just to distract EG while this split push happened top
It
lane.
canceled some TP. He was pulling the S4
Yeah.
coil,
The
know, the
$25,000 coil.
the
is-
$1 million
WePlay.
coil. Let's be honest.
Well, we play $25,000 up for grabs.
okay, okay.
First place, I think, 10,000, 15,000.
Okay, this is having yourselves to play it in a chance. That'll be
Antimage,
24,000.
Illusions get insta KO'd at top, and I think EG have caught on that these heroes are not leaving top lane. They want to come, but bottom lane though, Scandal's going for a split push of his own. As well as EG have done in the last 5 minutes, they're suddenly finding themselves under a lot of pressure. This thing we were saying, Empire can't really. Empire wanted to maybe play a bit more passive, but now that the Manta's up on Antimage, it's like, okay, we've got this. We're much more comfortable now. I think Antimage has actually finished his Manta because he's suddenly up to 3.5k gold.
Yeah, he's
so-
finished it a while back before that mid flop, whatever that you called it. What happened? He's gonna go for a straight BKB, and that's the answer. That's the real legit thing. Because if there's nothing to stop you aside from that Bane, you blink in, pop the BKB, and get that damn Rax.
All right, let's go. Well, Empire's 5v5 team fight still nowhere near matches up to EG's when you're looking at OD, Darkseer, as well as the Jakiro, and even Bane going to add a lot with being able to lock down one of the key heroes for Empire. So, blink in.
Blink hole! Look at that high ground fog. What a player. No, he just decided to walk back right in that moment.
Nature's Prophet TP's, make sure
He's
he
got
can buy-
hexes now.
He's got buyback gold on top of that, so
Yeah.
that's something where Mag can actually offer a lot to this Empire lineup. 20 kills apiece. Gold grab over 12,000 in Empire's favor. A lot of that coming just from the towers and building destruction that's come out of them. But EG still well in this game.
MSS got to be very, very careful because I think he's the person that you're going to be looking for.
They're
But
gonna kill. We'll try kill Antimage.
we
It's
gotta-
a hex.
gotta get some
Okay.
TP. Mansa, no! The Ice Path on
Manta's
top.
cooldown. How?
Was he using it to farm?
You can't be farming there against EG when your Manta's on cooldown. He would have died to like 2 heroes. All you needed was Jakiro and OD there to get that kill. That was bizarre.
You know, we had some Muta split coming out here from Vanscore, showing that he can
Dang.
micro.
Jaedong, step aside.
Except he lost half of his army. When I say half, it's just one.
Maybe this guy should be
Okay,
ringing
okay.
Jaedong up for lessons.
Oh, EG knows something about Jadon. Or
That's
no,
true.
that's Team Liquid.
No, EG.
Yeah.
He's on EG.
Oh, is he now?
Yeah.
Wasn't he on Team Liquid before?
He's been on EG for a good while.
Okay.
But it's Empire just finding these pickoffs wherever they can. Now Ice Path coming in does catch Mag.
Empire? Why you take
Vacuum
these
Wall.
fights?
Empire. Scandal's just already dead right from the get-go. He gets brought down. Antimage is still dead. And Empire, you're missing like 2 of your key heroes here. Nature's Prophet the only one with any damage output. And Mag,
Radiant's bottom
he's
tower
going to go backdoor
is under
bottom.
attack.
Yet he is. TP coming.
Vance Cole.
Radiant structures
Oh, it's
are
OD.
fortified.
OD's showing up. There's an Orchid on him as well.
How did I? Get the tower hit. TP out. Oh,
Radiant's
there's no
bottom
hex.
tower
Yeah,
is
he's out of there.
That's well played by Mag.
Yeah. Got the tower for free, and looks like he's going to be teleporting on the bottom. Always want to fly. Looking for some initiation. Are we going to see a 4-minute chase?
Prophet has TP. He's going in. He wants JO here.
No. Fuck JO. Just get the top Rex. Right?
Well, there's backdoor protection. They haven't got the damage. Look at where the top creep wave is. There's no chance of that. This is going to be round 2 of let's chase JO for 2 years.
Oh, JO now goes the other way. Silence. Where's a Sprout? There's a Sprout. And finally,
Yeah.
JO's been discovered. JO
And
be
Roshan's up
dead.
too. That's what a
There's
timing.
buyback. There's buyback.
But he has no time lapse, so he can't. Like he'd have to TP and warp. his
No,
way
no,
there.
no, no. He could buy back and time lapse.
No,
No.
time lapse on cooldown. I'm
No,
saying.
no. You weigh out your counter of your time lapse. You know what I mean?
Roshan's dead by then.
All right. Fair enough. Well, the
It's not
buyback
enough.
useless as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, buyback is actually useless as we do see Roshan drop.
No
it.
MS has to walk in to take the Aegis.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, this game, as we've said, it's less important for Empire. EG need themselves some wins. I think EG, if they actually go 4-0, 2-0 Empire and 2-0 for FC, they actually win this group.
Yes.
But they finished 6-2 with Empire, but because of the 2-0 Empire, assuming it goes head-to-head, EG win the group. But that's a big if 2-0 Empire. But
I mean, Empire is trying really hard to throw this game to them
Yep.
right now.
Well, we've seen EG. They've already caught one throw earlier today. They've somehow like lost the curse where they throw games. And it's now their opposing teams who
Yeah, it's
throw
like
with
this.
their big leads.
It's like this flu or
Bottom.
influenza.
Fury got hexed up already, and it looks like he even gets hexed up, gets jumped on a bit. He actually blinks out of there. It's going to be Fog who takes a fall, but they really wanted to get Fear with that one. Meanwhile, further up, OD, he orbited the wrong hero. Now he's going to do a defensive Astral here. This is straight inside.
Vacuum wall, double
Wall
ult to mix
stolen.
the X. MSS dropping low. It's gonna be fine.
All right.
Not being focused, but there's a
What?
TP. There's a TP. The tree man, he's coming in. The right click, he's gonna get the kill. Blink grip coming in here, and Mag, by the way, he's got the buyback still, but Anti-Mage breaks it apart with the huge Monovoid, and Fierce on the run. Self Nightmare. There's
Hit
a
him.
Hex on
You've
Universe.
got BKB on, you can just hit him.
Hit him!
There we
Hit
go.
him! There you go.
Mag's
what
not done.
commentary coming up from Hit him? Hit him!
Oh no, EG. They're on the ropes right now. Is Jo now going to get chased down? He's got another Shikuchi in just a second. They've got
All right,
vision.
backdoor time from Scando.
Yeah, he goes straight top.
Yeah.
As has yes, Antimage goes top as well, and this looks like at least one set of Raxes, potentially two. Bottom lane is open. Nature's Prophet is there, and within the blink of an eye, EG lose a team fight. They lose double Raxes and possibly even mid lane as well. This is suddenly looking like they may have lost the game.
I mean, the game was already getting very, very difficult beyond that point. The goal graph really tell the tale, but if Empire wasn't, you know, messing around so hard.
This game had some great highlights though. JO's Juke at bottom lane being my favorite.
Oh, it's like he wasn't even killed the puck.
Oh,
Puck just faced it.
sad life.
Well, I guess
This
GG.
game had it all. Well, not yet. EG going to fight till the throne goes
What-
down, as
what's-
we saw
what's
yesterday.
had it all? Explain it to me. Had it all. Did you see a well-coordinated team fight?
Had it all?
I didn't see that one.
I saw a couple vacuum walls, but
That was just the universe by himself.
that was a bizarre game as far as crazy chases going on. The Empire just throwing bodies at EG, giving them a lifeline, but at the end of the day, they had the better late games. They had the better split push. Nature's Prophet and Antimage just with not enough answers, it felt like. OD never got past the Orchid as well. Like, he never got to that. If OD started snowballing, had his 4-staff, Orchid, Hex, or even just a BKB instead of a Hex, it would have maybe been a bit different, but his just item progression was a bit too slow, it felt like.
All right, game 1 in the books.
EG.
EG needs to win the next one.
Or either that or they've got a 204 FC,
Yeah.
which is a lot of pressure on your last match, even though they should. It's still a lot of pressure.
Should they? 4FC beat Dignitas.
Yeah.
And Dignitas beat EG, so
All right. Well, WePlay Group B action will continue after a short break, guys.